I'm using this podcast to bring up a few things. Number one, I'd like you to eat in a different room for me. Number two, I'd like you to sleep in a different room for me. And number three, I'd like you to live in a different house for me.
We call it the Be Powerful Lock-In?
Yeah.
Bam! Okay, let's go.
Well done. Hi.
Hi.
Baby hotness.
Thank
What's
you.
up?
Oh, I like your blue today. You're looking good.
Thank you. I like your black today. You're looking
blue and
good.
black, kind of panthery. Yeah.
Or like a bruise.
Black and blue. Here to
Black and
here to
blue.
be your podcasters. You
I
got
just
some.
match everything.
You do. That is kind of dragon blue. They can't see the dragon, which is over here, but it's that color.
Well, so's that.
Oh, right.
So's the tablecloth.
So-
So's your
Right. So it's
water
not-
bottle.
Yeah. Well,
It's
I mean,
kind of
you
your
would think I
color
was
du jour.
colorblind, right?
But
By
you're
the way,
not.
these are getting ready to be gone. We should have brought one of our water bottles out. We have actual water bottles. We are finally, coming into the new age of no plastics.
Good move. Good move. Good move.
Finally, here we are.
That is one thing we are
Yes.
locking in this year. No more
Yes.
plastics. Let's be healthy.
Yes.
So what we're going to do, and I like that I'm the mascot in our blue theme, to go with our Be Powerful blue theme, is the great Be Powerful Lock It In of 2025.
Yes.
So we've seen this trending as people are touting, like, let's lock it in for 2025. It's October. We're going to run through the end of the year. Let's get our shit together and not just wait for the new year.
But ours is Be Powerful. And what does that mean? That means we've got several categories, and you're going to find your most powerful way to be between now and New Year's 1st, so that you'll be going, look at all those people making all those New Year's resolutions, and I'm there.
I'm there.
Yeah.
Have you been, before we get to our categories,
Yeah.
locking in on anything?
Yeah.
What?
You. Yeah. No, I'm locked in. I'm locked in like crazy. I am locked in on my next things in career.
Okay.
I am locked in on the next things we're going to do with this personal business right here.
Okay.
I am locked in on your travel thing and where I'm going on your travel thing. No, I really am. I think this is a really great thing we're going to do here.
So those that you said, I like this. So you were mentioning kind of things coming up that you're preparing for.
Correct.
So that's kind of the goal. That's kind of the view of down the path. These are things you're working on. Are you going to approach that as like, now how are you going to get to those goals? Like, let's break it down into, what are the habits or the things specifically that you're going to do to reach those big things?
And before we get to this list, which we've got, I want you to, you asked me the correct question. How are you going to lock it in? Well, everybody's got their own way. Some of us have to make our habits and write them down. I have a visual process. I literally see the end result, and then I make it happen. I always go backwards. I think that works for everybody, but not everybody likes to do it that way. So I just see where I'm going to be, and then I get there. And however,
I like it.
Whatever it takes,
Whatever
whatever
it
those
takes.
steps are. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to write these down actually as we go, because we're going to come back to these. Okay, so let's go through your 3 goals, and then we're going to do a list and give our advice
By the
on
way, I
different
didn't
categories.
pre-think those
No, we
3
haven't
goals.
thought about anything.
Yeah,
but I like it.
I'm not even sure what I just said.
So I'll tell you. One was like where you're taking your career as Liz Hilliard
Correct.
in the next foreseeable future.
Sure, in the next 3 months. Yeah.
Right.
Toward 2000. I mean, we've got a little bit of time left in 225, so let's do it.
225. And then you said more specifically about where you're going with the studio, HSM.
Right.
Because we know, or I think we both talked about how we want to keep going, but we do have a lease that ends, like our physical space might change, so we're going to lock it in about that.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
And then 3, you said locked in with me and where we're going to travel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of said that as a kind of a fun thing that I'm already locked in with you.
Yes.
But I think that what we have started to do personally, because everything you and I do anyway, and that's really kind of the fun of you and maybe me, I think, is business and pleasure.
Yes.
So our business has now begun to travel. We travel a lot. I see a lot of that coming in the future.
Good.
So how does that look in 2026?
Right. Right.
And by the way, y'all, we're not really going anywhere because I know Smith's going to text you in about 5 minutes and go, "You're not leaving us, are you?" No, we're not leaving. No, we're not doing that. We're just expanding outward.
That's right. Expansion. We're in our expansion zone.
Yes.
And so now we have to do the Be Powerful Lock-In 2025.
Yes.
So I like your 3 talking about long-term career, where HSM is going to go specifically, and then travel plans and how that's going to look.
Right.
So mine are going to be, I'm in a lock-in. I am doing the Sarah Raggy Wellness 6-week program. So I don't know when
you're getting toward the end because this will come out.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know when this is coming out and when she will have maybe been on the podcast and where we are in time, but I'm at the beginning of it today while we speak. And I have 6 weeks to do this program, which is an overall wellness, but specifically for me, I'm partnered with a coach. And what I said to her yesterday, because it's all about things that we value in wellness, of how to fuel your body for exercise, to how to enjoy your life and not be restrictive. And I told her, I said, I know all these things. This is kind of what I do for a living as well. I mean, it's the fitness portion, but I know about the nutrition and wellness portion. And I tend to say, I told you this before we started, I'm always taking care of everybody else. I want somebody to take care of me.
It's good to have a coach.
Yes. And so in this way, it feels like I have somebody who cares about specifically all day long what my eating and sleeping and nutrition habits are for me to be accountable to someone else. So my number 1 is continued accountability with this wellness program and making the changes that I set out to make with her. That's number 1. Number 2, I'm going with the new job goals. So I have some goals that I would like to hit as far as travel advisor and where I want to go there. So that is that. And then my other one, I'll turn it back to here and just continued growth and expansion in a really positive way of being, I hope a good leader, a manager of our team, and being okay with the roller coaster that is.
Oh God, if you're not okay with
managing a bunch of women.
Yeah.
So what I do is
sexist.
No, it just is a fact.
I know.
In my experience, when I train trainees and trainers, I put a lot of energy into it, and then there is a roller coaster is a bad term because that seems like highs and lows. I just mean there are changes that happen in people's lives where their availability to be present as a trainer changes. They might move, become pregnant, get a different job, etc., and that affects our studio. And so I need to learn how to ride that wave.
And can I just jump in here because I challenge any male-dominated business to come up against a female-dominated business and watch how things happen when women have babies on a continual basis and women have other responsibilities to their family that sometimes we've noticed on the male side of that. It's not always the same. So it is an interesting job that you have managing a team of women. The upside of that, they're women. And they know what the fuck is up. So anyway, let's go.
So it should be a good goal to reach. Okay.
Yeah.
So we've kind of outlined our big long-term goals, and now we're going to talk about what our advice is for everybody about some topics.
Okay.
And what I want is for you to, because we haven't done this yet, is talk about a category, and let's start with physical.
Okay.
If someone is trying to lock in their physical goals in order to be their most powerful self, and they've got a couple months, 90 days, let's call it, what are your 2 biggest pieces of advice as it relates to physical?
Physical goals. Okay. On the broad spectrum, I want everybody to begin to strength train.
Okay.
On the minutia of strength training, I want every single person to do 10 more push-ups than they can do a day. That's your number 1 thing.
Okay.
Your number 2 thing is I want you to do 15 to 20 squats 3 times a day.
Ooh.
Anybody can do that. Even if you can't do 1 squat, you know why? You can sit in a chair and stand up, sit in a chair and stand up until you don't need the chair. You're just going to work on that. It's going to take you less than 3 minutes on each one of those.
I love that.
So, I mean, this is not like I'm asking you to take a big chunk of your day. I want 10 more push-ups. Even if you've never done one, start with one. But if you're doing 30 a day, I want you to do 40. So wherever you are in that process, there's your strength training. Gravity is a great strength trainer. And then your squats, because we need that lower body energy and that lower body strength. And more importantly, your brain is going to start to work better for you in 2026.
Okay, go 3 because you just know so many. Do you want to do one more?
Okay, sure.
Just because I have 3.
Okay, because you have 3. And you're talking about exercises.
Yeah.
Okay, if it's going to be strength training, then we've got push-ups, chest back. We've got squats, legs, core, and glutes. Let's do some dips on a chair.
Okay.
Sit on your chair, slide your bottom off, tuck your tailbone under, bend and straighten your arms. You're going to work your triceps, which your triceps generally don't get as much work as your biceps. So you want to balance that body out. Best part is no wave before the wave.
No wave before the wave. There we go. Okay, so I came up with mine kind of while you were speaking. Yours are good and I like a really specific, like straight to the workout.
Yes.
Mine are going to be number 1, check your numbers. What are your numbers? You need a baseline. So while I don't weigh myself consistently, I think it is nice to know generally, like, what is your weight? What is your BMI, your healthy numbers at the doctor? I think that can also go to hormones because this is physical overall.
Yes.
Like, what are you working with? How does that look? And then if you need to make changes, if you need to bring down your cholesterol numbers, if you need to, improve your muscle mass, then you have specific goals.
Right.
So know your numbers. Number 2 for physical, I said, get a buddy. So I talked about having that coach. So while I am your coach in here, you need to find somebody else who will go on a walk with you, who will...
Or will call you and say, are you
Yes.
going to class today? I can't make it, but I want you to tell me everything that happened. Make sure that you're getting somewhere.
Yeah, right. Like, make it kind of fun. You have to go to class because I went, and you have to tell me what we did in class, and you won't know if you didn't go.
Yeah, because next time you buy drinks if you don't go.
There we go. Put the competition in there. Mean Girl Pilates. If you know, you know. And the third thing I'm going to throw in there is steps. I'm not going to say how many, but more is more. Movement is movement. So I do have an Oura ring that I love, and I used to call it a judgment ring, but now I really do like it. So occasionally I feel judged if my numbers are low. But if I do judged. I am judged. If I do hit, say, 8,000 steps, and I can get to 10, by taking a 20-minute walk or, dancing around with my kid or something, then I'm going to do that.
But if they're at 2,000 steps and they can get to 7,000, that's a magic number. That's the new number.
7,500, 7,000.
It's 7,000. Yeah.
Okay. Good. So mine are numbers as far as your health numbers, baselines. Grab a buddy and make yourselves accountable. And number 3, get in. Track your steps and try to get in a little more. Don't become a victim to any device. But there you go.
I like it.
Okay, let's move to mental.
Okay.
So we did overall physical,
Yes.
and now we're moving to, that's something different.
Yeah.
This is for your mental health, for your sanity, for your feeling good, for whatever it is.
Gosh, take your time. Take your time for yourself every day. What does that look like? It looks like whatever it is for you that makes you feel stable and at peace and balanced for your day. I use this one a lot because I said it in my speech recently. I spend 1 hour every morning before I have to do anything or talk to anybody or check the messages and all that, just sort of editing the news, reading the paper, centering myself, visualizing. I always go back to the visual. Every morning I wake up, I say at least 3 things I'm grateful for. That is me time. So we're gonna maybe you've never tried that. Maybe that could be one of them. Say 3 things you're grateful for, because I bet there's a whole bunch of stuff you pray for, but what are the things you're actually grateful for that you already have in your life? So that's a good one, maybe 3 of those things. And then find your me time. It really might be escaping to the movies by yourself in the afternoon. It might.
Okay, so separate those. So you're going to do, one of them is more of a quiet, like a
maybe it's a meditation.
prep time. And some people don't meditate, so it doesn't have to be that. But you're more talking about like a starting point of what do you need to do to peacefully get on in the day. And for you, that's when you do the coffee and the editing the news and kind of the being quiet.
I am quiet, and I'm not a don't want to talk to people, and I don't want to be talked to. And so
Noted.
And so, yeah. And
No,
so
I do know that
yours
already.
may be something else, but you need to own that. And I own that.
Yeah.
And so what's more frustrating than be on the road with me and I've got a 6:30 something I got to do, but I'm going to get up at 4:30 because I've got to have that hour
Facts.
to do
You do.
me. And I would rather lose the hour of sleep because it's going to be what I need.
Okay. And so then 2, I moved that to the 3 things you're grateful for, because that is separate.
That is separate.
And I think that's huge.
You know what? That might be a game changer. For me, it is, because especially when you're really under stress and the world can feel very close and your relationships can be very tough, but to pull the jewels of your life. It could be simply, I've got air in my lungs. I can breathe. I'm alive, you know? And some days that's the best we can do.
Right.
Right? But that, by the way, that's what the people that are under the ground cannot do.
Oh, goodness.
So we're going to, the gratitude is huge to me.
Yeah.
So I do 3, but you could do 20. I don't care.
More is more. And then your third mental tip for locking it in is do an activity that brings you joy.
Yes, that brings you joy. I mean, whether it's reading a good book, which you've got me on a good book right now, or going to literally just
the movies.
It can be the silliest stuff, though.
Nothing silly about reading or going to the movies.
Yeah, just go and do it. Do it. I mean, if there's a choice of, some days it's going to be a choice. I'm not going to say don't go for the walk, but some days you just need to go into that dark movie theater and pay attention to who you are. I am an introvert working in an extrovert body, and I need that quietness because I am an extrovert out here, but I need that quietness. So if you're the opposite, you might need to go and talk to all your buddies, get them all together, have that hour of just like talking and doing things, and that brings you that energy. But the energy I need comes from a different space. Just identify it first and then name it.
Nice.
Okay.
I like that. All right. So my 3 mental tips, for me, it's making a list and crossing off. So, a level of preparedness and a level of control and a level of accomplishment all come with a list. What do I have to do? Let me see it. That's the visualization part. Let me make sure that I've organized my day and I'm progressing towards that, and then checking it off the list.
I like that.
So that's number 1. Number 2, I'm going to go with get outside. So, that may be a walk, but sometimes it may be sitting on a bench. Sometimes it may be laying in the grass. Some days it may be putting your feet in the grass. But I would suggest doing it with nothing, like not even the book reading, just like being.
Yeah.
Because especially for people who can't or haven't tried or don't like or won't meditate, that's a version of it.
Oh, good gracious. Barefoot in the solid ground is the greatest. I do that every single day. I come out of the studio. I did it today before we came to the podcast. And I always have my shoes off, and I just walked around in the sunshine in the backyard. Just felt the grass under my feet. That feels very meditative and soothing.
Right.
The earth is very soothing.
Connection. And then third, I'm going to go, and this is specific to me, and maybe I can swing it to what works for you, but I do the New York Times puzzles.
Yeah.
There's something about
Smart.
having like done those in a day that's another part of that accomplishment, but that's not something that's in my regular range of motion. Like, these aren't super challenging, but it just gets your brain.
They are if they're me. Like, you're really good at those.
There's something for me about solving a puzzle or doing something that isn't what I normally do, like making the schedule for the studio or answering them out in emails or planning a trip or cooking a dinner that's just like, I don't know, it just feels like I'm accomplishing something simple and it's just a little bubble.
Yeah. Well, you're smart. You got to put that brain to work somehow.
I like a game.
You do like a
know
game.
I like a game.
I know it. She beats me regularly at spite and malice, but that's okay.
That's okay. Let's move to food tips. So we have physical, which is going to also play into that food thing. And then we have mental, but this will be a specific to wellness and nutrition. So if you want to go 3 Be Powerful lock-ins, what are they going to be? And don't fucking steal mine.
I'm not stealing yours. I made this one up. Yeah. So this is what you're going to do.
Okay.
You're going to get no less
Lord.
than 30 grams of protein every single morning in your breakfast.
Okay.
That can be drinking it because the HSM smoothie has 27. You put a little extra collagen protein powder in there, you're gonna pump it up. Okay. So I want you to get at least 30 every single morning. It could be your Greek yogurt with your protein powders mixed in with your chia seeds, which also gives you the great good fiber and goodness you want. And for an extra bonus, throw some fruit in there, even more fiber and good. But you're going to get at least 30 grams in your breakfast. Then you're going to call me up and go, I feel so much better. I've lost a couple pounds. What's going on? I'm like, it's that protein.
Boom.
What else?
Number two,
you are going to add protein to every meal.
Oh no, you just
okay.
I'm gonna let protein be number one because here's why I
know people can overdo it. I know what you're thinking.
No, and here's why I liked number one so much and what needs to be on its own. It's because it's accessible. Okay. And I think all we hear is like get 100 grams of protein a day. And it's like, actually, if you start out with that 30, you're going to get more. And you have so many more health tips.
I do.
So I'm going to steal it and you're going to give me two more.
Okay, I do. I'm not going to steal your water one either.
Thank you.
Because I know what she's going to do. Okay, so you've got your protein every morning. Let me come up with I have 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to continue to enjoy life and eat everything you want to, but you're going to eat the color of the rainbow. Is that okay?
Rainbow.
I want the color of the rainbow in your diet for just for the next few weeks. However you see that. Is it beets or is it plums? I don't care whether there's fruits or vegetables. I want color in your diet. Okay?
Love it.
Yeah. And number 3, I want you to drop all refined sugar.
Okay.
Wow. And Kristen just went. Okay. For Kristen, you're going to drop it in half. And for those of you that are doing that, and because we know we're going into Thanksgiving, we know we're going into the holidays before the end of the year, you're just going to cut it in half because you are going to eat your desserts that you have. I'm not worried about that. We're not even going to count those. I'm just talking about the refined sugar that you crave during your Monday afternoon or your Monday morning. By the way, when you do the smoothie or the 30 grams of protein that you're going to do every morning, you're not going to be craving them. And when you do, it'll be easier to cut that in half. Okay, am I good?
You nailed it.
Yes.
Way to go, way to go. Well, they all know my first one. That's hydrate.
I wanted to just to piss you off.
Just to piss me off, but because I said it, you knew I was going to stay protein and steal yours. So whatever. We're all on the same page. Health is wealth. So yes, water. Just have it with you all day. Half your body weight in ounces more if you're sweating and exercising, and you are because you're losing.
You can over drink it, right?
Yeah, but like not that much. I mean, if you're drinking, a couple liters, several liters of water a day, you're fine. If you're drinking several gallons, like, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But I don't think anybody is over drinking water right now.
Brooke Shields went to the hospital because she was overhydrated.
When did that happen?
This happened like 3 years ago. I read an article in Vanity Fair about it. I was like, what?
Shit.
That's a lot of water, girl.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well, do the right amount.
Yeah.
Let's just not be ridiculous about it. Okay. I'm going to go with... Like you said it too, but you gave good ones about kind of that enjoy. Like, let's not be restrictive, but what does that mean, right? Like there's not really, that can be really loosey-goosey. So whether or not that's a 80-20 thing where like 80% of your food is, throughout the week, like really, really healthy. And then you allow yourself to really enjoy that 20%.
I think that's a really good tip because 20%, even when you're cutting back on that refined sugar, I mean, you can do some really fun things like have a blast, have some fried food or whatever you want to have. Yeah, go after it.
I'm just going to take and credit fully Sarah Raggy Wellness because this is what I've been working on specifically. And we kind of know this already, but I like her idea, her concept of the SWW plate. So what the plate looks like is greens, and then eat your protein, and then eat your carbs.
I do that anyway.
I know.
Isn't that crazy?
It's
like
crazy.
My body knows to do that. I've never been told that.
So they have, and I like this a lot, a real focus on lose the carbs until you get to dinner and then have them last. So our example is always if you go to, let's say, a French restaurant, you have your salad, then your steak, then your fruit. Right? Like if you are cooking at home, you have your broccoli and then your chicken and then your sweet potato.
Don't you love that? I mean, she's scientifically based. She's a nutritionist. And I know that I've always done that naturally. So our bodies must, or my body at least, must know that in some way, that's why I'll crave it that way.
It was nice to hear, interesting to hear, scientifical to hear. The carbs last in at night, because I think a lot of us are trying to like get the carbs done in the day.
Well, carbs make you sleepy too.
Well, it depends on which carbs too, right? Yeah. We're talking brown rice, wild rice, sweet potatoes, quinoa, chickpeas, you know, and if you're doing your 20% of French fries or popcorn or whatever on those happy days, then though they should all be happy days, then good for you.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. So that was 2. And number 3, staying, mindful about your eating.
Yeah.
Michael Clinton said this, conscious eating.
Yeah.
So when and why you're eating, and are you hungry? Are you not? Are you emotional eating? So if you need to track that, great. But it's going, I ate at this time. What was I doing? Was I running around? Was I emotional? Was I stressed?
Right.
Did I overeat? Did I even pay attention to what I eat?
Right.
Did I know what I eat? Or did I sit down and what I always call it is have a meal of food?
Yeah.
Because if I've ever struggled with weight, I know that me being more cognizant about I am nourishing my body, I'm sitting down and enjoying this meal, I'm paying attention to the taste and the flavors.
Okay.
So there we go.
We got it.
Next, let's go into relationships.
Okay. So we're going to be powerful, lock it in relationships.
How can we improve those to be more healthy?
Okay. What do you want every single day? Don't you want someone to come up and just look you in the eye, and whether they say I see you or not, pay attention, eye contact, phones down, reading materials down, not in front of the TV, but look at you, be seen, see them, and spend minimum 10 minutes out of your day discussing how each other feels about each other. Is that
I like that.
Is that going to help?
Connection.
Intentional connection, whether it's, oh my God, I just finished this book. You're going to love it. You know why you're going to love it? Because you really like bravery and you really like heroes. That's it. That says they see me.
Yep.
You know? And and I would say that was going to be a relationship with your love interest relationship, your person, your partnership, your marriage, whatever that is. And you each get to do that to each other, with each other. And then relationship with friends. Here, and I know that this is where I'm weak, so I'm going to always come from my weak spot on relationship. Pick up the phone or the text and contact somebody you've been meaning to, but you haven't, and do that once a week between now and the end of the year.
Like that.
And maybe you run out of people, but, make it a point. Maybe you contact that person again. Maybe you rekindle a relationship, Doesn't have to be big deals. We don't have to go to dinner. We don't have to hang out.
Right.
We're just saying hello. Okay?
Those mean so much to me when someone's like, just thinking about you, or I was here and thought of you.
Yeah. And don't make excuses like, I'm really sorry. It's been like 10 years. Just go, hey, what's up? You still got blonde hair?
You still got blonde hair. That's funny.
My third one.
Ooh.
Identify the thing. I'm going back to partners, because partners are taking a hit lately. We always take a hit because we're in each other's space.
Right.
Without doing your scientific research, just understand your scientific research. Just know that love language, whatever that is. Hers is touch. I don't have to touch her, but I would like to. And
we've done a podcast on this. It's really all of them.
Do the very thing that
Yeah.
For her, it's touch. For me, it's food in my belly. But just in case you forgot. Anyway,
food.
So we're good?
Right. So being aware of your person's thing they love the most and giving.
Yeah.
When that's not necessarily your love language.
Exactly.
So yours is going to be working on hugging me. Cool.
I don't have to work on that.
I know.
But I just have to remember how important that is to you.
It is.
And that maybe you need to touch more during the day than I do.
Right.
I can roll. And then she'll go, well, you could maybe hug me or something.
We haven't had a 5-minute snuggle. Physical connection. Yeah. Okay, mine are going to be, relationship tips. Excuse me. One, I'm going to do, I piggyback on you on friendships.
That's fine.
Where I am not going to be the person who is always there with the thing you need the most, the meal you need because something happened in your life, the the ball of one because I know what you went through. Like, oh, that's not me. And while I maybe can't change that, I am going to work on those more random acts of kindness.
Oh.
Maybe that's a one a week thing. And maybe that does piggyback almost exactly like reaching out and calling somebody or doing.
But it is
something.
your way of doing it that you identified it. Is that something you appreciate other people do for
Yes.
other people?
Yes.
And so you've identified that. So now you're going to try to construct that into your life.
Exactly. Number 2, break a bad habit. So with your spouse, with your partner, identify for each of you or just even yourself. What is a bad habit?
I don't think it's a good idea to identify it for your partner. Let them do that one.
Well, I do mean more of like, what is something that we fall back on maybe consistently? What is the broken record in our relationship?
No, then I think
Okay.
I'm going to stop you here because then
please
you're going to
do.
have your impression of the relationship and maybe that other person doesn't have that same impression.
True.
I think you have to come to an agreement that this is a thing.
Right.
So
okay.
let's
okay.
go with you. Let's stick with
Let's
you.
stick with me?
Let's stick with you.
Okay. Well, maybe I'm just going to take an inventory on what I do that pisses you off and not do it.
You never piss me off.
I know.
Maybe you should start pissing me off.
No, that's not fun. So I'm going to try to cobble together some relationship tips. Number 1, I'm going to try to be kind to other people. Number 2,
you are the kindest human.
No, I know. I feel like I am, but I'm going to put that to action. So number 2, I want to talk about kids' relationships. So I have 2 kids. They're teenagers. I've got one off at college, one at home. And I just always feel like I fall short at really opening deeper conversations and making them stick to the course. And you know this very well, that we're all just like on the surface level, like,
But teenagers, the last thing they want is
well,
that.
I'm not going to like strap them to the desk, but I'm
You're going to
just
have to
gonna,
strap Anna to the desk.
oh my God.
Keep going.
Well, I'm going to work on ways to do it. Like
Okay.
maybe it's just a little bit more each time. Maybe it's go on a walk with me.
Good.
Be supportive of my goals, Liz.
I like it. I am supportive. I'm going to text Anna and give her a heads up.
Heads
though.
up, your mom's going to want to talk a lot in the next couple months. Try to entertain her.
Yeah. No, I think it's a great goal. I really
Thanks.
do. I really do. Because they
Yeah.
actually do want to communicate, but you'll do it well. You're really good at that.
Well, and if it's not about me running my mouth the whole time, it's continuing to be, because I do think I'm good at this, available for conversation, there to listen, not solving the problems, but going, I'm here beside you. Are you okay?
You're letting her know you see her.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
I'm here to put a little bow on all these packages.
That's good, baby. Okay, next, get out of your regular routine with your partner or your spouse.
We're still on this one?
No, baby, I'm still on my 3rd thing of relationships.
Got it. I'm with you.
So for example, we have a meal of food together and then we sit on the sofa and we watch a show.
Don't bring up food. Keep going.
I know you're starving.
Yeah.
And what if we played cards one night?
Yeah.
What if we went on a walk around the block instead?
We like to do that.
What if you cooked and I watched just for
Wow,
fun?
that'd be fun.
What if we cooked together? What if we ate in a different room? We're still talking about food and you're so hungry. Okay, another habit.
Why would we eat in a different room? Oh, you mean together in a different room?
Yes.
I thought
yes.
you're going to be at one end of the house and I'll be at the other, and we just yell across the house at
I'm
each other.
using this podcast to bring up a few things. Number 1, I'd like you to eat in a different room for me. Number 2, I'd like you to sleep in a different room for me. And number 3, I'd like you to live in a different house for me.
This should go well. Be powerful with this
Oh
relationship.
my God. Well, we already live in a different house sometimes.
Well,
so.
sometimes, but when we're
Okay,
together, we're
spice
together.
it up. All right. Why don't we talk about sex? That'll keep you going.
Bam.
Boom.
Let's do it.
Spice it up. Which leads us to
that's a
our
good
final topic, which you will
Which
be
is?
thrilled. Getting out of your comfort zone. What are 3 tips we have to lock it in for 2025 that is going to make you a more powerful you because you have gotten out of your comfort zone?
Well, first of all, just getting out of your comfort zone, identify that, right? So everybody's going to have a different one. I don't even know what my comfort zone is. My comfort zone is being uncomfortable, I think.
That's right. Hey.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn, Kristen.
Called
Damn.
your ass out.
She did call my ass out.
And she said, if you didn't hear, writing your book. Liz has been working on that for a hot minute.
Okay, I've been working on it for a year, and here's the facts.
It takes a long time to write books, and you've been doing a lot.
It's very vulnerable, and I literally was talking to my editor about this the other day, and I said I've taken a pause throughout the summer.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to do it by myself. You know what I'm going to do? Here's the outside of my comfort zone. I am going to set a damn indelible time frame.
Okay.
And it's going to be, I'll have to come up with that one. Maybe it's a Wednesday at noon. Maybe it's something, but it's going to be 1 hour per week of writing.
Okay.
And that's actually great idea. That's a great idea for even if I wasn't writing a book. And maybe y'all could do something like that too. And then outside of my comfort zone.
Yep.
What am I uncomfortable
This is
with?
really hard for you because you don't.
I don't.
It's not a challenge for you.
No, I'm always. I've literally been so uncomfortable all my life that I'm like, I live in my discomfort zone.
Think about other people who struggle with this. Like, you're not trying to get out of yours. What if you gave advice since you're so good at it?
Well,
what's something they can do tangibly that's
right
going to challenge them to not do the same thing every day?
Right. They're going to face their fear, and it's all in their relationship. I know we're going to piggyback a little bit to that relationship. Whatever that relationship issue is that you've been struggling with, you're going to come up with one tangible way each week, once a week, that you can approach that relationship in a different way so that the outcome is more progressive and loving and fruitful for your partnership.
Okay.
And I'm going to stay with the partner on that. Okay. I have another one. God, this is totally uncomfortable. Okay. Another one to come out of your comfort zone. You're going to come out of your comfort zone.
Well, I like that.
What?
Can you turn that into something?
Yeah, like, you know what? That's a great idea.
I know.
That's a great idea. Okay. When you and I were first together, remember we heard her speak. What was her name? Oh, come on. She did this.
On the Ted Lasso show?
Yeah,
Amy Cuddy Presents.
Amy Cuddy wrote a book about this because she's also this really minute, little, beautiful, tiny woman. And she would be nervous before she spoke. My God, why didn't I do that before I spoke? I'm going to start doing it. This is the best thing I'm going to tell you today. Every
the best for
single
last.
time you are walking into some place where you're uncomfortable, before you do it, and if you haven't watched Ted Lasso, you will see Rebecca do it. Before you walk in there, go in the bathroom, look in the mirror or wherever you are, put your arms straight up and really reach and just open your eyes and just hold this position for 30 to 60 seconds. I promise you it works. It brings you your bigness of spirit. You become bigger, you become more confident, and you become more powerful. I've done it, and it works. And she actually wrote a book on it.
She did, Presents.
That's like the best thing I've remembered in a long time. I forgot about that.
Up here.
We are going to, I'm going to do that from now on before anything.
Before anything.
Yeah, like before I get up in the morning.
Can't wait. Okay, those are really good. So to recap yours, you're going to specifically tell everybody to spend an hour a week writing for their book.
Wait. That was me.
No, but I think that's creating, doing a habit. So like, here's my big...
You can write a journal.
Here's my big project. I am procrastinating. So I'm going to pick an attainable, like accountable goal, manageable goal, and do it. And how often?
Yeah, once a week.
And then
keep the appointment.
Fear and relationships. Like, could you put that in a nutshell for me a little bit more? Like
fear in relationships.
Yeah, like to address the fear in relationships. Like, what's the takeaway?
You're so afraid. Okay, I'll be the woman, and there's a man in my life. I'm so afraid to bring this subject to him because I don't know how to voice my need without sounding needy.
Right.
So I'm going to come up once a week with a way to voice. And maybe I need to write that down first, but I'm going to say, and I'm going to be honest and vulnerable. And I'm going to say, I've really wanted to say this to you for a long time. And I'm saying it because I'm kind of nervous. Say it through your nerves. Saying things through your nerves is courage. Saying things when they're, whatever. It's different. Courage is really, really important stuff for us to really ignite in our lives so that we can do other things. But the courage to focus into the person you love, and it happens a lot with men and women, because men don't seem to have the problem saying it to the woman usually because they're more straightforward. Women have a lot of things in their balancing out with their thoughts, and they also are very concerned that they will hurt their partner, their man partner.
Or their boss or their friend.
Or their boss or their
parent
friend.
Or whatever.
And so I'm just saying, come
like
with that vulnerability. Take the courage it takes to open the conversation once a week. And you might fail, and you might fail, and you might fail. But you won't fail in the end. You will get there. And every time you try it, you'll learn a little bit more about yourself as well as the person you're trying to talk to.
That was very inspiring. The nutshell would be find your voice. Okay. And number 3.
Or find your voice.
3, your presence. Okay. Got it. Yep.
That's the thing.
That's the thing. Okay. Here are my 3. Get out of your comfort zone. Set your mindset.
Do that before you do the other thing. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Before you find your voice, you got to be big in your body. Okay. Number 1, let's talk about saying no and saying yes. So a lot of us have trouble saying no, creating boundaries, saying yes to everything. So do more of a pro and con before you just say yes or before you just say no. I think we tend to say yes more quickly. And so what is it? Can you volunteer to be the room mother? Can you pick up this class for me? Can you blah, 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 blah. And most of us are givers and immediately go, yep. And then it falls apart in whatever way. So there are those things where you have to show up for people immediately, and you do that. But when it comes to the commitment to do something, weigh that out.
Right.
What does the yes look like for you right now, short term, midterm, long term? What does a no mean for you, short term, midterm, long term? I think buying a studio space was a really good example of this is a great.
I literally
right
did.
Now.
I wrote.
Yeah.
And I want to piggyback on you
Go.
because this is a good one for everybody to do. When you have a hard decision to make, and my sister taught me this a long, long time ago. I was trying to decide between 2 men I was engaged to. It worked. Write down the pros and cons of the decision you're trying to make, and you'll be amazed. It's clear immediately. It's perfectly clear. You might not want it to be clear. You go, oh, but you'll just keep reading that list and keep trying to edit it if you need to. But you go, I can't really drop that one. Can't really drop this one. And it's going to be really clear. That's the best advice my sister ever gave me.
I love that.
Yeah.
And it's so the overall is what is it that you're uncomfortable doing, right? Like how to tangibly get out of your comfort zone in this way when you're faced with something that's a challenge is the yes, the no, the pro, the con, the buying the studio house. Like you had an opportunity to buy a studio because this lease is going to be up. So what are we going to do? We're going to move. Oh my God, there was a great energy when you walked in the house. That's immediate. That's the immediate feeling. Like this would be great. This would have a return on your value. But then you kept sitting down and you kept putting the numbers together, and that decision to be like, well, this might feel really good now and gives us a solution, but long term that puts XYZ at risk.
Right.
And so if you have a challenge, go there. Number 2, more of a basic, like get out of your daily comfort zone. I don't mind doing things by myself. So while I always prefer to be with you, my next best option is to be by myself. And I think whatever it is, go to a movie by yourself, go to lunch by yourself, go to dinner by yourself. Yeah. Go to a museum or an exhibit or an event by yourself.
That's a great idea. If you've never gone to dinner by yourself, that's a good one because you get to be there without anybody.
Right. And, you're forced to be present without not the crutch, but relying on somebody else. And then you're worried, well, what are other people thinking of me? Probably not much. Probably that's cool there by themselves.
Oh, I'm always wondering, what's going on
what's
with
the
this?
Story?
Yeah, what's the story here?
Yeah.
But, it's great.
Right.
Perfect. Give them something to talk about.
Oh, my God. You don't judge them. And, I try, if I've done that, not to be on my phone. Like Rada, the neighborhood restaurant, we've both been by ourselves.
We're talking about food. I want to go there right now. Rada, that's where we're going.
That's where we're going. So I went one time while you were at the beach with your kids, and I just sat in the corner at the booth and really at the bar and really tried not to just be on my phone and go into myself, and not even talk to the neighbors. Like, I don't even love that, but to the bartender. Like, we go in there frequently, and it was a great conversation, and you learn something new. And I know that 9 out of 10 times you're going to leave with, something more positive than you walked in.
Right.
So I would say do some activity solo.
Right.
And really be solo and really be in it. And then finally, this is kind of like yours. I was going to say, decide what's hard for you and attack it. So, for example, what makes me fearful? Like confrontation. Confrontation makes me fearful.
Yeah.
Certain texts that I get or calls that I might receive. I'm
Right.
like, I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
Attack it. Attack
Do
it,
it then.
answer it, do it.
Do
take
it
the
then.
list, take it off your plate. Because again, this is another 9 times out of 10, you're going to feel better once it's over. And then instead of ruminating about, well, what's going to happen when I answer it, or I'm going to lose sleep tonight about what may or may not happen when you don't fucking know what's going to happen. I bet you nothing is going to happen. You're just going to deal with it. And so that would be my how to create a more powerful mindset, how to step out of your comfort zone, lock in,
Bam.
2025.
And be powerful. Bam.
Well, we're not going to wrap it up. You can find all of these notes maybe in the show notes because Liz is hungry and we got to go.
Yeah.
We got to go.
And I can't decide between Rada or Primo.
One's
Primo's
closer,
one's
one's
closer.
right there, one's
Yeah, I
right
know,
there. We
I
love
know,
them
I know.
both.
We
Go
do love them
Primo.
both.
Primo, go Rada.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
But anyway, let's go. Let's lock it in. Let's
Lock
be
in.
powerful. Read the sign behind us. Let's go.
We'll check back in on these later. I love you. Bye.
I like you too. Thanks for listening to us today, wherever you get your podcasts. And remember, you can now find our podcast on YouTube.
Yeah. If you liked it, please share, rate, and review. We love 5 stars. And we hope you'll work out with us online or in studio at HilliardStudioMethod.com.